Hello and welcome to a very special episode. These are the sliders I use for my series 2.0. This is the most in-depth I've ever gone on these sliders with the purpose of making your gameplay as realistic when it comes to pace, scores, and fun factor. Make sure you stay all the way to the end because it's not just the sliders. I'm going to go over everything I use to make my experience as realistic as possible. So inside your career mode, under the Customize tab, go to Settings. Everything on this page stays the same. I suggest 6-minute half lengths or less. Difficulties on Ultimate, competitor mode off, player-based difficulty on. Very important, slow paced. For user gameplay customizations, the sprint speed has changed to 41, acceleration has changed to 48, shot error 65, pass error 77, shot speed 52, pass speed has also changed 28, injury frequency 72, injury severity 50, goalkeeper ability 65, positioning marking 55, positioning run frequency 50, positioning line height 50, positioning line length 50, positioning line width 50, fullback positioning 50. Very important, this has changed. Power bar at 75. This is only for the user. The CPU does not have this option, but for the user is 75. This will make the shot and passing more sensitive, which makes it more realistic. You're most likely to commit an error if you're under a lot of pressure, just like in real life. First touch control error also has changed to 85. CPU gameplay customization, pretty much the same as I just went over. 41 for the speed, acceleration 48, shot error 65, pass error 77, shot speed 52, pass speeds 28, injury frequency 72, injury severity 50, goalkeeper ability 65. Positioning marking has changed to 100. I really like it to be as difficult as possible, but remember, we keep ours at 55, the CPU at 100. Position run frequency 50, line height 50, line length 50, line width 50, fullback positioning 50. First touch control error has also been changed to 85. Now, I do multiple things. Another thing that I do to combine the experience and making it the most realistic and difficult inside your squad, you go to tactics. So for defensive tactics, if you're using a team like Barcelona, I would suggest using pressure on heavy touch or press after possession loss. I'm currently using press on heavy touch. I'm liking it. The width, you want to keep between 30 or 60. I currently have at 60. And the depth, you want to have between 80 and 90. I currently have it at 80. You want to keep your defense compact and you want to keep your offense wide. We're about to go over that. So you want to incentivize taking your time and combine that with possession style. So you want to use a slow build-up in your build-up play that forces you to play your best when you take your time. So you're not just going end to end. So I like to move the ball, focus on a slow build-up before I go for goal. Now, it doesn't mean you have to do this on every play. Of course, I counterattack. And sometimes I use a hybrid system. Depending on what scenario, I switch to a more offensive, fast build-up. But that's a video for another day on my advanced tactics. This is just the base of everything. Chance creation, you put on possession. How you play matters and how you calibrate your realistic sliders. And like I said, you want to keep your defense compact, but you want to keep your offense wide. So you want to put the width at least down 70. This will expand the pitch, and I've tried expanding the width on the sliders, and I've tried to do it this way, and I like how the AI reacts more this way. Now for players in the box, I only use 3, corners 2, free kicks 2. A team like Barcelona, you're only really looking for a Araujo or Lewandowski, and you don't want too many people up top if there's a counterattack. Another thing that helps for realistic gameplay, once again, go to Customize Settings in your career mode. And that's how you set up your camera. Why does this matter? Number one, it gives you a realistic feel of the game. And number two, because of the angle I use, it makes it more difficult to score goals and pass the ball. And it gives you a different perspective of the game. Now, to set it up how I use it, you're going to want to use single player camera. You're going to set that up to broadcast. Ignore this, ignore this, ignore this, ignore this. All of that is for other types of gameplay. This one is important. It's usually on default. You want to change it to custom. And the camera height, you want to put to 0. And the camera zoom, you want to put on 7. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Those are for other cameras. This does matter. When you make a power shot, it makes it really difficult to see the goalpost, which to me is realistic because when a player tries to kick the ball, he quickly looks at the goalpost, then leans down and looks at the ball. And the harder you kick the ball, it should affect your line of vision. For the most advanced people, I would suggest under the main menu, go to Customize Settings and you go to Custom Controls. Go through this menu and calibrate to your liking. You can switch things like assisted headers to manual, switch to manual shots, manual passes, set it up to the difficulty of your needs. What I would suggest, what I'm gonna start using, scroll all the way down where you see time finishing. I'm about to show you a couple of videos of what this feature does. It's really cool. So on the menu that you were just looking at, make sure your time finishing is switched to on. So what this is a time shot. So you gotta hit the shoot button. In my case, I use the square button. So you tap it to activate it, and at the moment that your foot is gonna make contact with the ball, you hit square again. This also applies to headers. You can see here in slow motion. So if you time it too early, you'll see the red triangle glow red. If you time it too late, it's gonna be white. But if you time it just right, it's gonna be green. But as you can see in this case, that doesn't guarantee you're gonna get a goal. And that's what makes it realistic. You can also see in this scenario, even though I'm early, so the triangle blinks white, I'm still able to score. But my shot is affected and I don't get as much power on. But sometimes in real life, they go in anyways. In this scenario, I hit the green, but it just doesn't go in. So I hope these sliders and settings really help you because they really help me. If you check out my series, you can see that all the scoring lines look realistic and the gameplay also looks realistic. The latest episode's on the lower left, or you can see the entire playlist on the lower right. FIFA 23 starts after episode 29, and if these sliders work for you, please give me a like. And for more content like this, subscribe, and don't forget to look at the comment section. Some people share custom adjustments in the comment section. Take care and have a great day.